They say after every tragedy, it is not the time for politics. But if you can't understand that politics are part of everything we do, it's because you're not paying close enough attention. Especially right now, as Donald Trump's cuts left NOAA and NWS down hundreds of scientists, resulting in a 17% reduction in weather balloon launches nationwide. Balloons being the single most important source of scientific data as we predict the weather. And as we look at Trump's even deeper cuts to weather research in 2026, now is absolutely the time to understand what happened in Texas, so we know who exactly is to blame for this. So I spent the morning doing as much research as possible, and I connected with a meteorologist who understood what happened in Texas. He confirmed the opposite. NWS did prioritize balloon launches in that area. There was not a balloon launch missed because they were doing their jobs right. They did predict heavy rain, and they did issue flood warnings hours in advance. And because of their work, over 850 people were successfully evacuated despite this being a middle of the night emergency. Yet because this was in the middle of the night, and because the local officials have not built in any kind of advanced warning system, no sirens and no alarms, we still ended up seeing a loss of life. Yet this is what Republicans are going to do because it's what they always do. They'll scapegoat the scientists at NWS and NOAA, just like they did with FEMA in the Southeast before taking $500 million to use for migrant camps in Florida, and they'll use it as an excuse to justify even deeper cuts to these critical scientific agencies. But in reality, Republicans have no way to spin this, because they're either complaining that NWS alerts were inefficient, only months after obliterating staffing and research at NWS, directly taking blame for this horrific coal-powered natural disaster, where they admit that the dedicated scientists at NWS are doing everything within their power to protect the public from these kinds of disasters despite the abuse they've suffered at the hands of Trump. And because of the work of these scientists, hundreds of lives were spared. But Republicans want to defund and fire them anyway, virtually guaranteeing that tragedies like this increase in frequency and severity indefinitely into the future.